The Magic Quilt. It was the first sleepover at Grandma's house for siblings Leo, Emma, and Noah. They had brought their favorite pillows and pajamas, excited for a night of stories and warm cocoa. As Grandma tucked them into bed, she spread a beautiful old quilt over them. It was decorated with colorful squares, each holding a different pattern: an ocean with ships, a castle on a hill, a jungle filled with exotic animals. "This quilt is special," Grandma whispered. "It holds stories from long ago." The children giggled, thinking it was just a bedtime tale. But as soon as Grandma turned off the light and left the room, the quilt began to glow. "Did you see that?" Emma gasped. Before they could say another word, a bright light pulled them in, and suddenly, they were no longer in Grandma's room. They were on a mighty ship, sailing across a stormy sea. Leo, holding a captain's hat, looked around. "Where are we?" a parrot squawked. "Ye be in the land of the brave buccaneers. Beware the sea monster ahead." Just as the parrot spoke, a giant tentacle splashed out of the waves. "We need to steer away," Noah shouted, grabbing the wheel. Working together, they navigated the ship past the monster, and as soon as they did, whoosh, the quilt shimmered, and they were back in bed. "That was amazing," Leo said. But before they could catch their breath, another square lit up, and they tumbled into a new world. Now, they stood before a towering castle, its gates opening on their own. A royal guard bowed. "The lost crown has vanished. Only true adventurers can find it." The siblings raced through the castle's secret passageways, solving riddles and avoiding magical traps. At last, Emma spotted something sparkling behind a tapestry. It was the missing crown. As soon as she lifted it, the quilt glowed again, and poof, they were back under the covers. One by one, the quilt transported them to different worlds. A jungle where they swung with talking monkeys, a snowy mountain where they built castles of ice, and even a city in the clouds where they danced with floating creatures. Finally, as dawn approached, the quilt gently settled them back into bed. The glow faded, and everything was still. Grandma entered the room and smiled. "Did you sleep well?" The three children exchanged knowing glances and grinned. "Best sleepover ever."